Goedendag, good day. How are you, lovely human being, feeling at this moment? My name is Phylicia Joy Kloes, and in today's video, we're going to take a look in all the cabinets inside my Montessori classroom. So a couple of videos ago, I prepared my classroom and I shared the process with you. However, I didn't go in depth into all the different cabinets. And in this video, I hope to inspire you as well as inform you a little bit about all the materials that a Montessori classroom has to offer to 4 to 6-year-old children. The materials are built in such a way to where the child is capable of seeing the error within the work by themselves. Each material also has its own specific goal, as well as there are only a limited amount of materials available. For example, when one child is making work, then another child cannot do that work. They just have to wait for the other child to be finished. The items are usually, for example, consisting of 10 cubuses, and they're all the same color. So the children learn to actually feel the materials and look with their senses rather than learn that a certain color pattern is the right way. The materials also tend to look really well because it has to attract the children to actually grab it and work with it, and it has to keep the attention span of the child throughout the work. So the first cabinet I show the kids when they come new into class is the sensory cabinet. Young children actually learn by observing their environment, and young children are sponges. They soak in so much information and they try to make all this information their own. They do this throughout practice. Young children want to repeat certain tasks a lot, and by doing so, they learn the materials, they learn the words that come with the materials, and slowly but surely, they'll learn to manipulate the materials in more diverse ways. One of the things is the cylinder blocks. The children learn different words like small, big. We also have the pink tower, which shows the children small and big, and they really have to feel with their senses how small feels and how heavy and big the big block feels. Then another work that is from the sensory cabinet is the binome cubus, and it also has a more difficult version, which is the trinomial cube. And I have the cylinders, which you can hear. Maria Montessori was really into geometry, and shapes come back in a lot of materials throughout the Montessori classroom. There is also some motory skills activities, for example, how to open and close zippers or buttons. Young children also need a daily routine kind of cabinet where they can do activities like learning to sweep, learning to clean a table, learning how to fold clothing, learning how to sort, but that also is a sensory cabinet activity. Activities you do at home, for example, to clean it or to take care of yourself, is something that you can place inside of this cabinet. And something else sensory wise, we also have the metal figures, and that way children learn the shapes and they also trace the figure. The language cabinet. I have learned throughout the years that young children are very interested in writing, in learning letters. So through the sandpaper letters, we teach the children how to write the letters. They also practice it in the sand afterwards. We have the big letter box. However, mine is technically not Montessori. Learning to write with, for example, a chalkboard or to make words on a mat with the different letters is something that is really happening a lot inside of the Montessori classroom. In my school, we have the Taal Doen cabinet, which we are fortunate to use. There are a lot of different materials in there. However, I do combine it with materials I had before. The farm is also really a part of the language cabinet, and the children learn to label the animals as well as words like on top of, behind, next to, etc. And we can also make it more difficult. Behind the farm, I have my letter bag, and the children learn to look for the first letter in words. Then the math cabinet. So we actually have two different ones. We have one with drawers and we have the original one. Let's start off with the original one. So young children are capable of a lot, as I mentioned already. We usually start with the math sticks, the red and blue sticks. We can combine the the symbols of the numbers. The children learn through the sandpaper numbers, how to write them, and with, for example, the counting sticks as well as the numbers and little small circles, the children learn to count one on one and start to recognize the symbols. We also practice with the beads. We also have golden materials, and with that, the children learn to read 1,000, 100, the tenths, and the ones. In group 1-2, the children already are making additions. They can either do that on a board, or they can do that with the beads, or they can have, for example, repetitive addition and making the times table. And then the math cabinet with the drawers is actually an addition. This is the Ik wil rekenen cabinet that we use, and there are a lot of materials in here. Some of it have replaced the materials in the original math cabinet. Like, for example, in this drawer we have some numbers from the 100 board where the children later numbers from 1 to 100, but there is a lot of additional material in here. Cosmic cabinet, and in this cabinet children learn about plants and animals and earth. So there are some drawers where the children actually learn about the leaf shapes. However, I don't have that one. I do have a little puzzle about trees. Speaking of puzzles, plant related puzzles on top of my cabinet, as well as some animal related puzzles. And in this cosmic cabinet there also are some materials that actually teach about geography, like the globe, the continents, and what animals live in certain continents. I also have animal dominoes as well as memory. As you can probably tell, in some of my cabinets I don't have all Montessori materials, but that is a-okay. Part of making sure the cabinets are all complete and ready is checking it at the end of the day. Usually the kids do their tasks at the end of the day and they check the cabinets, which is a big help for me. However, I didn't get around to do it today, so hence why I'm gonna do it right now with all the cabinets, because it's needed. If you made it all the way up until this point, please leave a comment below with this emoticon so I know you made it this far. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it made you a little bit wiser about all the materials that we offer, and I hope to see you in another video. Please like this video if you would like more content like this, and till next time, bye-bye. Oh, and by the way, next video is going to be all about the social climate inside a Montessori classroom, or inside a classroom really.